In this video, we're going to share our very first experience staying at a RV site at a Love's gas station. Stay tuned. This video begins with us making our way back to Omaha from Kalispell, Montana, through the Rapid City area in South Dakota, where we were going to stay one night. But when we got there, we learned that there was going to be wind for the entire next day. And not just any wind, but wind gusting up to 45, 50 miles an hour and sometimes 70 miles an hour. And this is the wind that can knock big rigs over on the road. So we decided we were going to stay one more night. But then we decided to look at the weather app that afternoon, and we realized the wind speed was going to start going down quite a bit by 5 p.m. And with work ending at 4 p.m. Mountain Time, we decided to hit the road and head towards a rest stop. But then we looked up the laws, and it turns out 3 hours is the max to stay in a rest stop in South Dakota. So we wanted to find another option. So we started looking just past the rest stop, and we found a Love's travel stop. And I remembered that Love's had begun putting in RV sites at some of their locations, not all, but some. So we downloaded the app and looked, and sure enough, in Kimball, South Dakota, right past the rest area we were going to stay at before, they had an available RV site. So here's kind of a map on their app, kind of showing a midsection of the country and where some of them are located. So there's a few of them around. So some of the sites look like this. Some are actual like big full RV campgrounds with toys for the kids and stuff like that. Some are plain and simple like this with 5 sites, and that's all we needed, and that's what they had in Kimball, South Dakota. So there were 3 sites available, and we picked one. But since we are 67 feet long, we just can't go rolling in there and hope and cross our fingers and expect that we're going to fit. We have to check it out very thoroughly, and that starts with a Google satellite view. We can see in this picture that there are the 5 sites in the bottom of the picture. Site number 5 is on the left, and then 4, 3, 2, 1 moving to the right. The Love's website actually includes this picture of the location at Kimball, South Dakota, showing a camper and a truck in site number 2, and it tells us that the site is 50 feet long and 20 feet wide. So we were clear that we could back our wheels up over the grass behind the location and start to factor in our size to see if we would fit. Knowing that we are 67 feet long, I went back to the trailer and actually stepped off from the back tire to the back of the trailer and saw that we would be hanging about 10 feet of trailer over the grass, which cuts our length down from 67 to 57 feet, meaning we would stick out about 7 feet. Me being me, I called Love's customer service and asked them if we put ourselves in site number 5, we would be against the edge and not in the way, but is it okay if we stick out 7 feet, or will they come and make us move? So she called the manager of that Love's location, explained the situation, and they said it would not be any problem at all, and they were thankful that we looked ahead of time and saw that number 5 would be a fit like that for us. So here is a picture of us backed into site number 5, and you can see the trailer tires all the way to the concrete edge and the trailer sticking out over the grass, and it worked just fine. Another thing we looked at was, you see that pole with the number 5 on it. There's one on the other side. We were making sure that our width would go between those in the satellite view and the pictures on their website, and it looked like a good fit, especially when you saw that other camper and pickup on site 2. It made it clear that we were going to fit also. It was so super easy to make the reservation in the app, choose the site. These were electric only, which is super fine by us. That's all we needed. And then they send you an email, and you have to refer to that email if you want to easily click the button that says I'm here and checked in, and that's what turns on your power. Until you do that, the electricity is not flowing. But with a simple tap of that button, you are checked in, the power is on, and this is your site for the night. It works really slick. There's also a kiosk on site for setting up your reservation and activating power at your site, but I went over and looked at it. It didn't look super easy to use compared to the app. And then just a few pictures showing us in the location and kind of the surrounding area, just so you get a feel for it. When we started this adventure, we did not want to travel at night. We did not want to set up at night. This has kind of opened our eyes that we can leave after work and get 3 or 4 hours under our belt. If we had not done this, we would have had a very, very long last travel day getting back to Omaha, and we didn't want that. So this really cut 3.5 hours off our trip and allowed us to have a much shorter last driving day to get to Omaha. By morning, there were 2 other visitors there. We had a van next to us, and then that big rig towing a trailer next to them. And it worked out well. We would definitely do this again. If you get any value from this or any entertainment value at all, please like and subscribe, and thank you so much for watching.